All right, well. I haven't seen most of these level ups in a hot minute because I am locked to the champions that are playable in Path of Champions. So a lot of them I haven't seen in a while, but I'm sure you see these on very regular occurrence.
Daily.
Yeah. So this will probably be less of a refresher, more like reaffirming your biases.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay as unbiased as possible and actually just like rate them for what they are and not just instantly demote Seraphine and Kennen to F tier. I'll do my best.
Let's go. We're starting with Bandle City. We got the rats.
I'm the giant rat.
No hero, huh? Guess I'll finish this one.
It's surprisingly rare to see the level up, but once he does get it, it basically wins the game.
Yeah, it's weird that like she was so broken with even without it. But in terms of like a level up animation, how do you feel about this?
This middle of the pack, I kind of like how it transitions into the level up, and you like see her knock back, and then she jumps into the frame. I think it's okay.
I think it's thematic for Poppy that she gets down, but she keeps getting back up. It's really low energy, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I agree actually. Yeah.
Oh, this is the problem with not having the cards. I don't even know where Poppy is.
It's not alphabetical either.
No, it's not. It's just a mess. Oh, there she is. There she is. We got her. Okay. I'm thinking that's like, she's like a solid B.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
yeah.
like nothing spectacular.
Blasting off! Bye-bye, bad guys!
This is like a C for me. I don't like it.
I would put it in C or D as well. I really dislike it. It feels like it's not super fitting for some reason.
LOR Tristana specifically that weirds me out is because it's the same voice actress, but the voice delivery is weird.
Right, yeah. The thing with Tristana for me is it also comes down to the card itself, like how you level her and like the dual region stuff. And it's supposed to be like the Bandle City leader or like the scout leader, whatever she is for the Bandle Scouts. But it never really sat right with me, and the level up, I don't know, it doesn't deliver anything great either.
It's not very satisfying to watch either. I feel like that's most of the rats just aren't very exciting. Oh wait.
Well, that was really bad timing.
Okay, I did say most of the rats. I think that's an S. I couldn't imagine a better one for Vigar.
Easy S tier. The voice too, it's so perfect in Runeterra.
And also like the way it starts with like his shadow in the lightning strike.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, I love that actually when they do that.
I don't think any other rats match up to him.
No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, this was close, I think.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, that one's pretty good. It's got good pacing. I still don't understand why Zig Shurima, it's still, like, he's just in the desert.
It bothered me at first, but then Talia Ziggs became, like, one of my favorite decks of all time, so, you know, you learn to love it.
I just think that's, like, an A. That's still good.
Yeah, I would say high A. It's not quite S tier, but it's, like, it's close.
Yeah, he's just rolling around on his bomb like he's, what was it? Oh, man, my brain is rotten. I thought of a Skylander immediately.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to let you take this one because I hate Kennen so much. It's probably a pretty cool level up, but man, I hate this rat, dude.
I think my favorite one is that he has a level up. Like, he has all these quotes when he levels up, but he has one level up quote that's just him going... It's so weird. I like the startup of it more than anything, actually. Like, I like when cards... like the level ups have cool transitions into the level up like that. Disregarding how he plays as a level up animation, I think that's an A.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just I'm letting that one happen. The purple rat's not for me.
Hit that red line. Affirmative.
Not everybody knows, but when I started playing League, I only played Rumble, so I tried to make the most out of it, but I don't love the level up.
I like the finishing shot, like you see the full mech and the missiles coming out. It's like a high A or low B for me.
Yeah, I do like that they upgraded his mech compared to League. It's a bit different.
Yeah, I think more fellas in chat are saying an A, so I feel like at the bottom of A, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you want to put him above Kennen? I don't know. Just because it's Rumble?
I've probably seen it like 1,000 times from when Gnar meta was rolling the plains.
Yeah, I think it's a good one, and it's like you said, during the Gnar meta, you would see it everywhere, but on the other hand, he also levels super easily, so you kind of get overexposed to it, but I still think it's a good one.
I think, weirdly enough, it's a little slow. Like, you see the run, and then it just like...
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean.
You could remove like literally like a second or half a second, and I think it would have been better. I think it's like an 8.
Vandal City is also like the last region they actually added to the game, so the quality of level ups is already like a bit higher
Yeah,
than some of the
it's
other
true.
regions that came before it.
Yes, we're only doing the base champions because skins is like a whole other like 50 cards. We'll be here for like 3 hours.
If I can give one suggestion though, I don't know if you've seen it, but the Aurelia skin is pretty funny.
Oh, I've seen it. What the? What did they do?
Let's find a new best friend.
Okay, disregarding this thing, you know, entire existence. That's really lame. I think I don't know what I expected Yumi to do.
It starts well.
Yeah, like the cool like portal transition's neat.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, where are we going? Oh, we're kind of just like looking around, I guess. Still kind of just boring.
Portals, portals, up and down and all around.
Oh, all right. Well, I want to know what you think of this one. What do you think of Grandma Brat?
It's almost the same as Yumi, where I think it starts pretty interesting, and then she's like, oh, I'm standing here now, and I'm reading something you can't see, and I touch my glasses, and that's it.
Maybe it's just like we get this. It's the first time we've gotten to see Nora in
Yeah.
that regard, so it's like there's a bit more novelty. I think she's like a B. I think she's higher than Yumi.
My girlfriend is in the chat as he's telling us not to rate it bad. Quick, I don't want to sleep on the couch, put it in S tier.
I think she's okay. It's like it doesn't. What the fuck? That's an unflattering freeze frame. Okay, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Nora.
I think it's more fitting, because it's like Grandma Yordle. I
like,
agree with that.
She's not gonna be like fighting void monsters. Like she's grandma. What's she gonna do? Like Bilgewater Targon arrows, like we're not doing full cinematic level ups, but we're not Garen card spinning around, and that's the level up.
Yeah, so I mean, spoiler, I guess, for how I rate most of these cards, but I kind of like the more minimalistic kind of level ups, if that makes sense, where it's not like a full-on cinematic, but just something fitting for the champion. I think a lot of Build Sweater level ups do it pretty well, but the Fizz one, I don't really love. For me, it would be like probably a low B or a C, I think.
Yeah, like Longtooth is there. That's okay.
No regrets, no mercy.
Okay, maybe hot take. Compared to every other champion in the game, even Teemo, one is aged the worst of all. This is,
I think I agree somewhat.
yeah, so it just looks like an unfinished level up.
Yeah.
Like they forgot to finish the model, so they just have a weird ghost.
I think it's maybe just kind of unfortunate because of how Legends of Runeterra started doing like the cinematic level up. So if you see this one and you compare it to those, it's like, why is he like a ghost? Why is he half finished? But then you look at the other ones and it's just like, you know, a cannon shooting or like Longtooth biting.
When Bilgewater came out, this was crazy. I love that little effect, like the cards burning.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's cool, but then like the ghost, she doesn't even have legs. Like she stops at her knees. I think it's like a B. It's more exciting than Poppy, I think.
Yeah, I'd put it in BRC.
If it had an actual model, I think it would be like up here. I think it's really cool.
I am reborn of salt and brine.
I actually love this one.
I think the music does a lot for it. The music.
Yeah, for the time when Build sort of came out to the game, the Rising Tides expansion, this was like so fitting and perfect for it.
There's one thing I don't like about it though. When Misfortune does her big, she shoots, boom, big blast. There's the card. But for some reason with Gangplank, they have blast. Card slowly turns around.
Oh, I never noticed that actually.
It kind of mucks up the pacing a bit.
That's a good point actually.
If it didn't have the theme, I'd rank it really low actually.
If you just took the music and the cannons in the middle and you kind of ignored like the background and stuff because nothing really happens there, I think it'd be like S tier.
I guess you can win them all.
So it's cool. I can't take like the disembodied hand weirds me out. It's like the Smash Brothers glove, like it's master hand twiddling around the cards.
I love this one, so it's one of my favorites. Like it's also when you level Twisted Fate, you just get to play like Runeterra, but even cooler. It's perfect for me.
It prevents me from putting it in S just because it's just a disembodied hand. It looks really silly.
Hello.
Music carries this one really hard. I can't help but feel like they just reused a lot of the assets from Fizz. It's like the same water pool.
This level up really only tells like half the story. Because the best thing about Nautilus is hearing the actual sound effect when you go deep, like the boom.
Yeah,
that thing.
I think like most of these Bilgewater boys go in B.
I like what it does, but I agree that the animation itself is like, it really shows how outdated it is. So
Yeah.
B or C.
All shall drown in my magnificence.
I might have a Thomas bias.
No, me too.
That is a simple but highly effective one. I think that's an S.
Again, this one tells like half the story because as soon as his level up happens, Tom Kench literally like just devours the 3 cards that he captured. And it's perfect how that looks. It's so good.
Yeah, and I love how there's like, it's the contract as well. And she's like, oh, you signed
Jack.
the contract. Okay, your life is taken away by Tom now.
Yeah, it has Jack's name on it even.
For a level up that doesn't have any like big character model, I think that's one of the best ways you could do it.
Targon did it best, and Tom Kench came out during the Targon expansion.
I'm just getting started.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, does this one need to be explained? I feel like it doesn't. Like, just like the best level ups in the game are up here.
The Mirai will never know fear again.
So I know she was kind of a bit of a terror for a while.
Yep.
I don't think she still is anymore, right? Like, she's fine now.
She's been like the worst card in the game almost for almost a year now.
I think it's actually like a really cool level up, though. I think it's not as good as Ziggs, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good one. It came out during Battle City 2.
Yeah.
So it like, yeah, it fits there.
This is it. Land or drown.
Okay, so the thing is, it is fucking awesome if you look at the tentacle.
Okay, I'm glad you say that.
If you look at the tentacle, it is awesome. If you look exclusively at Alawi,
It's like a Minecraft character swinging sword, man.
there's like no weight to her motion at all, and it kind of sucks. You know, maybe she goes with the other Bilgewater boys. Just stick them together.
Fight me. I'll take on the lot of you.
Okay, I might be biased. That's awesome. I think it's so well paced. You get like the 1, 2, 3 action of him beefing himself up, and then you get the shot with Set, and it ends in the same pose as the art.
I really love the way they've been doing expansions where everything is kind of connected and you can see like champions in the same level up. Jack and Seth do it really, really well.
What terrorizes you? Take me to them.
It's okay.
Like Neela had to compete with 2 other like pretty cool champions, one with a redesign and one that's just like the biggest badass of Runeterra. But the Lexi carries herself well, I think.
I still think her level up's like an A, though. It doesn't excite me very much. I don't know.
I think the new animations, like they kind of had a low point, which we'll get to later, I think. But right now, I think the cinematic level ups are pretty well done, and Neela does show it.
Okay, so I hate this guy. I think Jarvan is one of the worst champions, just like as a character. That level up's fucking awesome, though. Like that is an awesome level up.
That's fair. But yeah, the like the nosedive and the ending with like the quick sweep from his spear. It's good.
Ending in the art from the level 2, like that's very high brownie points for me when they do that. Now his wife.
To the sky.
I actually think Siobhan has one of the best level ups in the game.
I agree.
And you know, they did the monumental task of making Shyvana's dragon form actually look cool for once. It doesn't look like some anorexic bat. It looks like a dragon. She breathes fire, like the card comes out of the fire breath, and big boom, and it's all on fire when it's leveled up. Like, that's so sick.
I have no equal.
She came out when the game released, and I think this, like her level up is okay for that time, and her Exodia, like when she gets 4 strikes, like the sword going into the Nexus, I think that like that's pretty good, you know, for the time.
Counterpoint, Chad already knows F for French.
Oh, F tier it is.
Yeah.
No one escapes my aim.
It's got music. It's okay.
It came out during BlazBlue. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like a B. Quinn as a character in LOR always just weird to me. At least they made her a bit better.
No, she's been meta for like a good while now because of Aatrox.
We're gonna need more coffins.
That one's really simple. However, my favorite version of this is because, you know, like Lucen can level up either the natural way or through Senna. And when Senna dies, he like screams out her name, but it doesn't change the voice lines for his level up. So if Senna dies, he'll go like, Senna! We're gonna need more coffins. Like it just changes so for a beta level up too. Like it's really good for a beta level up. It's quick but satisfying. Oh boy. All right. Comparatively, this one has aged really badly.
He spins, and that's it.
You know what though? The thing is, that is exactly the kind of level up I would imagine for Garen. Garen is about as interesting as Toast, except you didn't put any butter on it and you didn't toast it. I think having a completely boring and meaningless level up is exactly what you'd want for Garen.
Fair, yeah. So, still like D tier.
Yeah, I think it still is.
Pushing my limits.
I think they're both D.
Yeah.
Put the siblings
they're right
together.
next to each other.
Magic goes in, might comes out.
Well.
How did they fuck up his proportions this badly? They turned him into an action figure, like a bootleg Galio action figure. And why is he as big as Scion? If it was normal Galio, it'd be kind of cool because he's like, it's like the cinematic where he like protects the people and he's like, oh cool, Galio's here.
What's this? That's not Galio. He sent his cousin.
I would put it in F tier, but it's funny.
By my hand, I will end their suffering.
Yeah, for the fellows who don't know, because Sentinels of Light, like parts of it is canon, Vayne remained a Sentinel post-event. So this is how she just looks now.
I think it's good. I like it. See, surprisingly, it doesn't actually level that often. Usually you just drop Vayne, you get her tumble spell, and job's done. But when you do get the level up, it's always kind of exciting. For me, it'd be a B.
I like it more than these guys. I like it more than the Bilgewater crew. This is a region very close to my heart. I love Freljord. Because they're all garbage.
Avarosa, guide me.
If I may, I think that's an F. It's not exciting. It's just the arrow forming, which is kind of cool, but it takes so long for the arrow to form. It's not exciting and it's slow.
Look how we have grown!
See, that's a spin, but you put a bit more pizzazz in it. Like, it's the card spinning, but it's his shield, and then the Poro comes out. Like, it's not amazing, but it's like a B. Like, for a beta level up, I think that's quite good.
Agreed.
I think it's an A. They include the Braum theme in it.
Oh, okay, okay.
They got the Braum theme in there. What do you think of this one?
I think it's Lux and Garen tier personally. It's maybe a bit more than a spin, so maybe like low C because it does feel pretty fitting for Tryndamere, where he like dies and just gets so angry that he doesn't die.
I like the build up to it of like the trumpet or trombone, whatever, and then the ice comes in, you can see he's firing up the rage. You get the little shadow there. It's not amazing, but like for a beta one, like there's worse. There's a lot worse than that.
Only the strong survive.
I don't like it. It's slow. You don't see much. It doesn't look great. And I also really don't like the Sejuani art. It would be like around D for me.
This was an example, I think, of them trying to do the 3D models during the Bilgewater era, and it has not aged. Like, look at that hand. Like, that is that has not aged well. I still like it thematically more than Tristana and Yumi.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
I really don't like that one.
No, I don't either.
Why does this one have the card spin? I don't, like, why is the card spinning? I don't get it. Like, why? And there's just disembodied bird wings.
Well, you never see birds in real life, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I love when their wings stay stationary, but the entire rest of their torso just discontorts and spins rapidly.
It's good to be the king.
I don't think it's phenomenal, but I think it's like top of B. It's good and satisfying, and you get the ice pillar. Like, it's got some good sound design in it.
I will remind the world of true power.
I think that's one of the best level ups in the game.
I agree. It's a little while ago, I said that I didn't really like most of the cinematics that came out during Shurima, but then Jarvan and Lysandra are already like best in the game at S tier, and I agree with that. It's correct.
Like, it ends in the pose and you see all the thralls waking up, like she's preparing her power and all the ice is shattering around her. And I'm pretty sure there's the Howling Abyss in the back there, yep. I think that's awesome. I think Udyr's is just awesome. I still am very confused why they didn't use his rework design, but...
It came out shortly before that, I think.
Yeah, it will, like, LOR Udyr came out, what, at the beginning of the year, and then Udyr came out in August.
Now this is what good looks like.
I like Ornns, but I don't love it.
I was gonna not say anything because I agree, and I was like, yeah, that probably doesn't line up with what Nicky Boy thinks about Ornn. It could have been a lot more. It could have been more impactful, especially because when Ornn does level, he literally kills you right away.
I think the one weird thing about LOR, besides the level 2 art, is they weirdly make Ornn look really small, right?
Yeah.
Like, Ornn is huge. He's a demigod, but they make him look so tiny and everything. I feel like it could have been so much cooler. I think it's like on Poppy level.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
I am out here. I am the doom of all.
It's like that one, like just giving the perspective shot of Neela, like you can see how fucking massive he is. He's huge.
I love that voice line too. It's one of my favorites.
I'm biased because I love this champion, but I think that is just so sick.
This brings me back to my Lulu cosplay.
Lulu's is okay.
I hate Lulu.
I think that one is kind of... It's weird because, you know, it's the red region and the pink region.
Yeah. I think it's like a C. It's not... The fact that you get to see pics is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
They are under my protection.
The disconnected hands again, but now there's two of them.
It's short and it has the disembodied hands, but I think it's paced really well. I actually like it more than these guys.
My skill is unrivaled.
I think that's another like really simple but effective one.
Yeah, I agree.
I put them together. I put the brothers together.
Peace begins within.
I don't know why you'd want to be like the guy that plays Karma. No, I hate Karma so much.
See, Karma's not, but I think that level up is just really, really lame. The level up's just not exciting at all. It's again like the needless card spinning, but it's not even. It's like spinning weirdly slower than the rest of them. I don't know. I think it's just really boring.
I will follow this path until the end.
You get his flute in there.
Fine.
It's for beta, it's pretty okay. I think he's more like bottom of B. Like, I think he's perfectly average. Like, you get the flute in there, you get the sword slash in the wind.
You could tell they put in a little bit of extra effort for the fan favorite.
As the dragon wills.
It came out during Billswater, which was also like for the more simplistic, I guess, kind of level up. I think it's okay. It's nothing special, really.
I like it more than Trundle. I think the music does a lot.
The music is a good point, yeah.
Remember our ancestors and fight for those who came before us.
Wow, this one probably is like the source of more pain than most any other cards ever.
I think this is the card that actually came the closest to just making like half the player base quit.
The thing is, this still doesn't look like Irelia. Like, those are two different people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just rate it on the level up as well, and I think C is fair, yeah.
The world's heart beats with mine.
I think it's weird that for Ari, again, like such a fan favorite champion, that she gets this kind of level up.
It's weirdly uneventful.
Yeah.
Like, even when she actually unleashes her power, it's like a little blue wave. And nothing really happens. I feel like they could have done so much more with her.
Each strike spells a new legacy.
I'm kind of biased for Yi because his redesign is so sick, but I think that's like definitely an A.
It's good. It's just good.
And you get to see a full model of the new design as well. It's a shame that they can't transfer these cinematic models to League PC. Just like, hey, the work is done. Your default new Yi. There we go.
Time to give them a show.
It's the mirror of Jack.
Yeah, it's like you get to see the other fight. I don't think it's one of the best in the game, but
That seems right, yeah. I think all of the newer level ups, like in this year, have been really good for the most part.
yeah, I agree.
I'm Lord and Master.
Unfortunately, I think Vlad is one of like the cooler playstyles in Runeterra, but I don't love his level up.
I like how he comes out of the blood pool and you get like an actual unique background and he has the music, like the piano music.
Yeah.
I think it's higher quality than most of the beta ones, but like I think it could have been a lot better.
I would say it's a bit better than Lux and Garen, but I wouldn't put it far above that.
I'd put it like low B. I think it's like on the equal level with Yasuo. That's how I
That's
feel
fair.
about it. It never gets
Yeah.
old.
It never gets old. It's a classic.
I think it's still the king. I think it is just the best level up in the game.
It's certainly one of the most iconic ones.
So he has his theme. It shows him literally conquering Ionia. A unique way to have the level up, having that the map falls onto the board. Oh, it's so sick. So my favorite version of this level up is when you just have the people in the background just shouting, Draven, Draven.
That makes the level up. That's like the best part about it, because everything else is kind of mid, but then the chanting really makes it a the Draven level up.
You know what's the part that I dislike about this the most, though, is because you have the spinning cards, and usually when the card is spinning and then it comes back out as the level up version, before it's like done spinning here, it's like, oh, now it's the level 2.
Oh, yeah.
And it only appears for like a couple frames, and then it's like, so it makes the level 2 reveal worse, because it's like, well, you already revealed it was a level 2 card. I don't know. I think it's like a D. I'm putting him down with D's. I don't think it's very good.
They will bleed for Noxus.
I think that might actually be the worst level up in the entire game.
We haven't got to Katarina yet. I think Katarina is also not great, but yeah.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I'm looking again. It has at least some screen shake, and I'm looking at this. Garen's worse than that.
The pull is, like, it feels powerful. It does feel impactful. It's not great, but I think it is better than Lux and Garen.
Put him here. Put him with his brother. We separate one sibling and put the other two together. See, I actually think Katarina's is pretty good. For a beta character, I think that's pretty impressive. And she's
Fair.
like one of the few characters where the spinning actually makes sense. Because she spins normally.
That is a good point. She does actually spin in League, yeah.
For a beta, I think that's actually up there with these guys.
Yeah, no, okay, sure. It could definitely be worse.
I won't look back.
I like it and also don't for the same Twisted Fate reasons, that it's just like disembodied arms.
I like this one. The ending feels really fitting for like the sword gets assembled, slams down, and then you see her level 2.
Yeah.
The build up not fantastic.
It's good. I think I put it like B. I think it's as good as Trundle.
I whisper truth into lies.
I want to know what you think about this one first.
S tier, at least.
Yeah. It's so sick.
I love this one.
I can't believe they made me like LeBlanc. Like it is so cool. They see like the staff and all the
it's so
people. It turns and they all turn into LeBlanc. Like she's just everybody.
It's with LeBlanc, especially, I think like the story that she had in Runeterra with like the art and some like how badass some of her followers are, like Otacon, and then her art, the way she talks, her visuals, like the little crystal spinning.
Yeah.
And then you read her text, it's like, is that LeBlanc? What?
Maybe it deserves even to go into best of the game for that.
For me, it would be. For me, it's definitely up there.
Kings, gods, I'll butcher them all.
That's just banger after banger.
That is my favorite version of that is when they do, because the war scream they have is just taken from another voice line in his own level up. So he'll just do the, is this what passes for war? War. Like, he just does it twice.
So nice they named it twice.
That's an S for me. I think that's so good.
There are only a couple of level ups in the game where when I'm streaming, my chat will just spam whenever the champion is yelling.
I want to play a game of hide and burn!
So I like this one, but the part that gets me is it's easier to see in when it's slowed down. Look at Tibbers, just elevator. Like he's not he's just floating up the steps.
Hey, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's a bit too slow, I think.
It's a bit too slow paced, I agree. I mean, you know, this is like a one-mana champion. The coolest thing about Annie is that when she levels up, she puts Tibbers in your hand. So I'm glad they like kind of end with that, where Tibbers, you know, elevates into the frame. But besides that, yeah, not great.
I think she was the last Nazi? Oh, right.
Hold anything back. I won't.
I mean, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I like how she's trying to kill Set's dad. Smear's like a A for me?
Agree, 100%. Yeah, it's A tier. It's not quite S.
Yeah. So obviously that's one of the best in the game.
It is the best in the game.
Obviously it is like, not one of, it is the best in the game. Okay, yes, that is the worst one in the game. That is just so uneventful.
He doesn't even spin, but like he walks a circle.
Even for the beta, this was bad.
I have never liked this. I can kind of see the appeal. The little arm with the wrench coming out. It's like, it's clever, it's nice, but I don't know.
Although, you know what? Now I think about it, there's another Piltover card that does this exact same idea way better.
Yeah, and that one is one of my favorites.
Practice, as they say, makes perfect.
I love this one. This is one of my favorites in the whole game.
I love the voice lines too.
I love that the doors come in and she just barges them down immediately. Like, I really, really like it.
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
Music helps this one a lot, I think.
Ezreal is maybe even my most hated champion over something like Lee Sin and Aurelia. I cannot stand that character.
Yeah.
And I also really don't like his level up.
He's like, I think he's a bit better than Heimerdinger. If the music wasn't there, I think it would be really lame.
Oh, yeah.
We are doing it!
Okay, so I like the idea. I think the idea of the card being a spray can and spray painting her logo is charming.
Yeah.
It is not aged well, though.
It's the same as Teemo, kind of. It's one of the only level up animations where you just see the board and then something happens to the board.
It needs some explosions. It's Jinx. Like, how are you gonna make a Jinx level up with no explosions? I think it's like a D.
That's how we do it.
A lot of people really like this one. I'm not a fan, personally.
No, I'm not either.
Disembodied gauntlets. Like,
the hands, they're evolving.
this shadow is just chroma keyed from her splash art. It's not even a new thing. Like, I can't unsee that. I like she's destroying a wall with Jinx on it, but like, with now arcane context, it feels a little worse.
As humanity ends, the machines rise.
I mean, that's pretty goddamn sick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
See, I can't put it in S, though. There's
No,
one thing that ruins it for me.
Is it the ending?
No, it's the Draven problem. He, like, levels... What?
Oh, yeah.
Why is it the level 2 already? You just put it in the case. It's not even, like, for a couple frames. It's the whole thing. But other than that, it's phenomenal.
Future is whatever I'm making.
What do you think of that one?
I really like Echo's character. I love his playstyle in League. I like Convergence too. I think the story of Convergence and the way the characters appear were a little weird from time to time. It's like, well, okay, you just want this so the game sells better or something because these are popular characters. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's good, but it's not great.
It feels lacking, right? It's like
It somehow does.
yeah, it's like like he's falling, and that's his level up. He's like falling down a chute. It still looks kind of cool. You get a nice finishing shot.
Hex-Tech Cannon, tested and prime.
I think Jace is really solid pacing. It's solid. I think I'll put him up there with his boyfriend.
It starts well and it ends really well. It's very solid.
I hear you, Zon. Now you're about to hear me.
All right, well, removing my biases for League of Legends and your biases for Runeterra. We gotta take that out of context. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, so this is the other one that I was talking about with Siam, where the chat will spam war, and with this one, they will just spam yeah every time. Despite my hatred for Seraphine, I think the level up is very good. It's exactly what the character is, for the people that do like the character.
Yeah, and I think it has a unique presentation where, like, you see her preparing her instrument. She's preparing her instrument, preparing the sound mixing, and then you see her go from like regular citizen to like now she's in her stage mode, and you get to see the whole arena behind her that's in her card. I think it's actually a really good level up. I like LOR Seraphine. Like, I think she's a great character. I just don't like the normal one. So I'll put her in S. I think it's really good.
The time for calm has passed. Now the tempest awakens.
It's too fast.
I love the redesign of Janna, and then we get to see it like this and how she transforms into that, you know, wind goddess form. But give it some time to breathe, man.
Yeah,
it's like too fast.
You get all this great build up. Like, there's the staff powering up, boom, and then she transforms in a nanosecond. And then before you get to even see the explosion, they made all these tentacles show on screen for like a half second.
He blows us away immediately. Got some tentacles to go.
I think it's like an A still. I think it's really good.
We must all play our part.
I have a gripe with this skin, or with this level up. The level up has very exaggerated and amplified shooting sounds. And then you get that kind of blah as the fourth shot, right? Where's the fourth shot? Where is it? You can't, he just points at it. Why? Where is it?
He's about to shoot you.
That ruins the whole thing for me, because it is phenomenal besides that, but the lack of audio for the fourth shot.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. It's really fun that Jin is like the only champion that doesn't get any increased stats when he levels up too.
Yeah,
just so he can stay.
That's pretty. Do we count that as part of the level up? Like,
I mean, you know, you get to see it right after. I would say, yeah, it's thematic.
That one gripe kind of mucks it up for me, but I still think it's an S. I love that he is flying through other champions' level up animations.
No, what I also really like, I think it's in his art though, not his level up maybe, but they tease Alani.
I think it's a bit slow, but like for Bard, I think that's really nuts.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Yeah, she looks a little goofy when she's like that.
I think that's the first time people actually pay attention to her what her face looks like in that level up. But yeah, now that you mention
it. I don't know. I don't know. It looks a lot cooler when it's not in motion, weirdly enough.
I see what you mean. I like that they just came out and said that they were trying to see how far they could go with Evelyn when they were designing her.
Yeah.
Which, so yeah, you could definitely tell in her level up.
It's okay. It's fine. I like these guys more though, I think.
I will not yield.
It's okay here, but then you get the slash, and then you see the two forms side by side.
I've never known how to feel about this one. I think it's just not great.
Kane's like a low B, probably.
1,000 years of battle, and I'm just warming up.
I think that's like an A. I think Jax is really good.
Beware those who have nothing to lose.
I think the pacing is pretty good, where you can kind of like see him in the distance, and then as it like zooms in, he charges his shot and gets ready to like one-shot you. But I just don't really like the way it looks compared to a lot of other level-up animations.
He's standing there and he's preparing to fire his arrow, and then doesn't. For me, that's like a C or a D. I think it's really lame. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he cannot stand.
Oh boy, PS2 Kratos. It is really upsetting, like, how much lower quality he looks than some, like, even in the same patch, I think we got, like, corrupted Renekton. And it's like, why is the quality of that so much better? Like, the quality-wise, I'm not even upset at the action that he does here. It's fine, like, he's more of a somber character. But then why is he doing this?
Yeah, it's a big miss in my opinion.
I am the world ender!
I don't think it's one of the best in the game, but I think it's an S. I
Yeah,
really like
put it in there. For me, it's also like the animation and then kind of like the follow-up. And some champions have like this immediate thing that happens. Like here you see like it starts with like the blade in the board, then he levels, and then you get to assimilate. It's like a one-time thing, and it's awesome. It's the same with Tom Kench when he like eats those cards.
You messed with the wrong Nico.
Yeah, I love this one.
It's really obvious they used the same environment for hers that they did for Nidalee.
That's true, actually. That's true. Yeah, it's the exact same jungle background.
It's cool. I like it. I think it's like an A.
I agree with that. Yeah, I wouldn't put it any higher than A for sure.
Oh man.
The king, his majesty.
I think that's one of the best in the game. That is so good.
It is. It's so perfect. They could have done anything else for this character, and they nailed it.
I love the crown falls on it too, and then all the storybooks, you see all the poros like, yeah, the tale of the king. And then he does the smug expression of the camera like, yeah, I'm the king, baby. What are you gonna do about it?
My true beauty is beneath the skin.
They include the Elise theme, and it's got like the cocoon.
It's okay. Yeah, that's my take as well. It's okay. For beta standards, it's fine, but I don't love it.
Maybe I put Echo and Kane above these guys. Yeah, it's okay.
It's not better or worse than these trailers, really. Maybe a bit worse.
Oh, this one fucking sucks.
He got a skin with a level of animation that kind of redeems it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is not good.
I think this is an F. I really don't like this one.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Okay, for a beta, that's phenomenal, I think.
For beta, this is top tier. This would actually hold up like many expansions later, even now, I think.
Yeah, I think even now it holds up. Like, it's still really good.
I am the forest.
Sapling counts, right? That counts.
It absolutely does.
The little sapling count. That's amazing. I wouldn't put it best of the game, but I put it in S. I think for a Bilgewater expansion, that one holds up so remarkably well. Fast, but satisfying.
Yep, I like this one.
You get the little scream as well. It's pretty good. I'd say it's an A. I like the introduction as well, where like the ghosts are just stealing from the card.
Range that Nocturne is still in the game right now because he really doesn't have anything going for him, but at least a level up is spectacular.
This was fun. Who will we chase now?
Everyone, dear wolf.
I think that's one of the best in the game.
I think it'd put it up there for me, but I think it is still very good.
I maybe put them like top of S then maybe.
The Shadow Isles are just the beginning.
This one is really fast.
Yeah, this might be one of the fastest ones in the whole game.
It's weird because he is like one of the best level ups in the game. When Viego flips, it's usually just game over.
You can tell they were definitely making Viego and Akshan on a time crunch.
Yeah.
Like the level up, it happens so fast.
I really, really like Oh, what the hell?
Sentinels, carry the darkness. Fight for the light.
Again, pretty short, but powerful.
Yeah, it's good. Where did I put Viego? Oh, I put him in B. I think he's more of a C. He's like,
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I agree.
Senna's is pretty good though.
I really like the ending. I think it's also like, again, it's really well paced where she like swoops in and then it ends with like the powerful shot from her gun.
No matter their resolve, mine will be stronger.
I love the intro, don't really care much about the rest. I also don't love the white that they use in her art. The level up animation itself, like the way the scissors like fly in as he catches it, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's like a B though. Go with Senna, the two Shadow Owl fellas together. Separate them from Viego. Viego's down there.
I have risen and with Shurima.
Okay, I've seen that one way too many times, but
Shurima movie.
Iconic as well. Very iconic.
I guess we have to count both of them, right?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I think it's too iconic.
It's like an A.
The Tell the People What You Have Seen Today voice line is like the most well-known voice line in Runeterra.
The expanse of eternity stretched out before me.
See, they actually fixed this one, because that's what it was like before. Like, he'd do this, and then it would just cut. But yeah, but now it actually smoothly transitions, so when he smashes the ground, the card just comes out.
Golden and gleaming, Shurima is reborn.
I don't like that one as much, though.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. That one isn't great.
It's probably like a B then, maybe.
That's my blade on their bones.
He was the first time we ever saw these cinematics, right?
Yeah, that was the first reveal.
What you mean level ups can look like this? What on earth? And it's so sick of him just smashing through all Naz's goons and the roar, the shield slice.
The only thing that beats this is the corrupted skin.
Oh my, I love Renekton
Yeah,
so
sick.
much. Both of them are phenomenal.
I'm a woman of principle. Mine is kill and get paid.
I hate this one. This is one of my least favorites. I've always hated this one. I can see why other people might not feel the same way, but I can't stand like the way the boomerang flies in and like the like ugly silver model. I don't know. It's a me thing, so I'm gonna refrain from this one. I just can't stand it.
I think it's like a B. The guy just kind of flopped and stayed there. Yeah, the guy gets hit by the boomerang. He's like, ouchie. Oh, oh boy.
Together, we are stronger than stone, faster than the wind.
I like the giant sandworm, but it kind of has this weird transition here.
That's the only thing. Yeah, the transition is a little stray. It wasn't necessary, but I love this one. The surfing, the giant worm.
Yeah.
It's good.
I feel like we have to count the voice lines, right? The voice lines are a part of it.
Yeah, and that's not
stronger
great.
than
That's
everybody, master
that
life.
makes it drop down a couple of tiers.
I think it's like C. Just the voice lines, they mucked it up.
Time waits for no one. No one but me.
I love Zillion. That's not Zillion.
I don't think it's an S, but I think it's an A. I think it looks really good. So this one weirds me out. It's one of the only level ups in the game that's 60 FPS.
She deserves it. The queen.
Yeah, maybe like a low A.
Yeah, that works.
You cannot run from absolution.
See, to me, that is one of the most simple but effective level ups in the whole game. It's quick, but satisfying.
Unlimited power, mine to control.
I think that's awesome.
I love the way the camera like shoots up kind of across the body, and then you see like the lightning strikes there. It's so well done.
Yeah, and then he's giving his followers his powers, and you get the little lightning strike with the card reveal. I'd put that at an S, and also because it looks visually pleasing. Naz is here, Azir here, Xerath here, and Renekton here. It's like, there you go.
Their every move just makes me stronger.
So, I have biases. You obviously have biases as well. I think disregarding those biases, it still sucks.
Well said. Very well said.
I think it still sucks. There's nothing here. Like, how cool would it have been if there's just like swarms of void creatures everywhere? But she's just like two little fishes, and then you get to see Vel'Koz Sr. And she also just doesn't put on the helmet.
I know, I don't like this one. Kai'Sa was obviously a little bit of a menace
Yeah.
in Legend of Runeterra. Not anymore.
Yeah.
But the level up, yeah, I don't know.
Hateful outsiders do not belong in my jungle!
I love that one.
It's like you said though, the way they reuse like the background for Nidalee and Nico is a little weird, but I get it.
To me, it feels like they designed it for Nidalee first, though. I think that's an S. I think that's awesome.
The wheel turns. Day becomes night. Time to make colors.
I love this one. I think it's so fitting for Zoe.
Yeah, where it's
like the
being silly.
Yeah, when Targon came out, they didn't really do the full models yet. They started doing that with Shurima, and Targon came right before that. So I love these type of simplistic ones that aren't a full-on cinematic, but just like a little thing that the characters are known for, a thing they do, and Zoe does it well in my opinion.
I'm the forger of stars.
That's awesome. That's so
Absolute
good.
perfection.
Yeah.
This is my favorite level up in the entire game.
I think it is definitely up there with one of the best in the whole game. It is. Yeah, and it's a full model as well for the Targon expansion, which was unheard of. It does look a little rough by today's standards.
Yeah, so this part looks rough when he like opens the hole in the galaxy or whatever, but the way the card like tilts and then Aurelion shoots up from it and then you see it like explode into his level 2 form.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
It's shining like it's like he made a star, right? And goes like boom, and then you see the constellation as well afterwards.
Yeah.
So many little touches that make it so awesome.
Find your path in the dark and follow no false light.
It's a little silly that, look at this moon I'm holding, but the symbol going to where it is on her forehead is pretty cool.
I used to really like this one, but I think it's aged pretty poorly.
Yeah, gonna steal the moon and put it in B tier.
Behold the divine power of the sun!
I think this one is aged significantly better.
Agreed.
This one is still very satisfying. I think that's like an A.
Agree, yeah. Just simple, to the point.
The possibilities are infinite.
It's weird that it's just her arm, but this was like still in that era, right, where they didn't have the full character models.
Yeah. I like this one a surprising amount. It's significantly better than like the floating arms from Vi, for example.
Yeah.
It feels very like calm, kind of like soothing, very Soraka-like. I think it's well done for her character. Like high B, low A.
There is nowhere left to go but up.
I think the transition into the mountain's a little weird, though. The quotes, I think, make the level up, though. The quotes are the best part about it. Yeah, I think it's a B.
Our path is fixed. Now,
Oh, wait, no, yeah, Aphelios was the first full model. Yeah, he was the first one. But I think people didn't think about it because it's just a shot from his trailer, but edited a bit differently. That's good. They did a good job with him.
I am gonna shake things up.
Where Chip?
Yeah, where he should just be on his shoulder there. He weirdly looks a lot smaller than he should be.
Actually, you're right, yeah.
Like, they made him look a little small.
It's that issue again, the same one with like the proportions.
I will make the gods remember this day.
That's pretty cool. The one thing that's missing, though, is that in the actual game, Pantheon's theme doesn't play. That's criminal.
I can't believe they never made a board with this theme either.
Oh, Malphite. I forgot to rank Malphite. I think Malphite's like an A. I think Pantheon, like, it's really cool. I think it's like an A, but like it needs his theme.
If this was released or built for it and it would have his theme, it would be an easy like best in the game.
Oh,
for some reason, like, they didn't do it.
Was he the last Targonian? Oh no, Kale.
My light shines, just and righteous.
That's a really cool shot, but then this part is like, it's kind of lacking emphasis. Like it looks kind of slow.
I love this one. It's one of the better ones in the game, in my opinion. But I can see like the opinion that you have. That's like the one shot does look a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's like the one part kind of mucks up. The rest of it's really cool. And I like how when they, like you level up, you see the Kale ult sound and the effects as well.
No, I think I'm pretty happy with where everything landed. I would just move Galio to the very bottom of D tier though.
I think I'm gonna agree with you on that. They fucked him up so badly. Thank you for joining me for this. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was a good time.
Yeah, fellas, watch Snooey card games. He plays card games. Also, this was recorded back in October. So, Morgana's B, Mordekaiser's A, Elder Dragon's S, and if you disagree with me, he can't be stopped. Goodbye.